Hey there, fellow travelers and hot wine drinkers, Mark and
Kathy
with Wolters World. And today we're going to be making wassail, or hot wine that you can enjoy. And this is one of my mom's favorite recipes.
It most certainly is.
So let's get started. Cheers.
Cheers.
Today we're helping Jocelyn in making one of our favorite Christmas drinks.
Wassail.
And this is something my mom has made for years and years and years. Every time when I come home, whether I was visiting, for the holidays or when I was in college or whatever, this is something we'd have to get us in the festive season.
Annual tradition.
Yes, an annual tradition. So we thought we would share this with you and all of Jocelyn's fans. So what do we start with?
Well, we're going to start with 1/4 cup of water, and we're going to heat that up with 4 slices of lemon, and then we're going to put 4 sticks of cinnamon in it. We're going to cook that until the sugar dissolves. Oops, got to have the sugar. That's important.
1 cup of sugar.
And that will dissolve eventually.
And this thing is when you're having wassail, sometimes you might go to other places around the world and you'll hear about hot wine, Kashus Venus, Glühwein. This is the mulled wine that people talk about. You can make it at home for your own holiday party or just to enjoy when you're putting the Christmas tree up like we are. So while this is rendering down and dissolving, what you're going to do is you want to heat 6 cups of red wine. Now, we use Burgundy, that's kind of our choice, but you can do a Bordeaux, some people use Cabernet. Claret. You have a lot of options, so it could be your flavor, but you are having 6 cups of this, so we're going to gently pour this in so as not to have my mom kill me for making a mess. Fun fact, I did almost burn the house down here when I was a child.
Yes, he did almost.
Yes, but luckily they painted the ceilings and no one knows except for you, me, and Mom.
Yeah.
So there's that. So while this is warm and this is dissolving,
we're going to warm this up. Mm-hmm. We're going to add 2 cups of orange juice.
This is our, well, we have 2 cups of orange juice and 2 cups of pineapple juice. I can't tell which one's which one right now, but just know you have 2 cups of each. So while it's warming up,
we'll heat all this together. And what you will eventually do is pour the warm syrup, your sugar syrup, with your cinnamon sticks. But we're going to strain it first.
Okay. Otherwise, you end up getting, the seeds and stuff, and it gets a bit much. So this way, you can just sit back and drink and not worry about picking out a lemon seed or something.
I'll get a strainer.
There we go.
We're going to make sure that the ingredients or the sugar is dissolved. Then we're going to strain it and over the, oops, that's, oh dear. Well, in the best of worlds, things do happen. So we will survive.
See, this is what you have when you have a tripod and another tripod. There's only so many hands. I guess Dad could have been helpful.
Probably.
Yeah, but he probably would have spilled it anyway. So you notice she's pressing it out to get the extra lemon out of there and get it through. Do be careful when you're pouring. Obviously, it can get a little frustrating there. Maybe, don't have the spoon in there when you're pouring.
That's a good suggestion. And probably if this was a little newer and more used, I would have been attaching it. I am going to take out the cinnamon sticks and put them in the basket,
into the wine and juice mixture.
Yes. And then you can just steam this and enjoy it.
Yeah, so let it cook for a while. You don't want it to boil because the alcohol goes out of it, but you want it to cook so it kind of blends the flavors better. And you'll notice if you're in Germany or France, when they're having the hot wines, they'll have it in sometimes those old school coffee containers where it just to sit there percolating for a while. You want to be percolating, kind of going through, just so you have it nice and hot and warm. Some people actually do shots of liquor with it, like they'll pour a cup and then they'll have a shot in there. We're not doing that today. We're just having a straight wassail, but it is pretty simple. I would say let it cook for what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it can simmer just as long as it's not boiling. And it can simmer. I mean, you can have one drink now, and you can let it go for a little while. And
yeah, and actually, when we have our Christmas open house, we actually have a big pot of it going for hours, and we're just adding more as we go. Because you can keep adding in. So you have the basic proportions, so you can keep having it. But there is one more thing we have to add to give it a little bit more of a kick, because we're not having any extra boost thing technically, but
dry sherry, 1 cup of dry sherry. Very good. Let's add that in there.
Because you want to add these extra things in here with this nice mulled wine, because otherwise you're just drinking hot wine, and most people don't like hot wine.
You want something special.
Yeah, you want something special. That's why you have the dry sherry in there to add a little bit more of a punch, a little more of a flavor, and a little more of a Christmas smile for you.
So now all we need is a dipper.
And a little time for it to get ready.
Yeah.
And so we'll be right back. So we've got our ladle or dipper or Christmas cup infuser of hot winer, if you prefer. Now, notice we've traveled to Germany and Austria and all kinds of places for Christmas, and you get these great Christmas mugs when you go have the hot wine when you're out at the Christmas markets. But let's get some here. And you can see it's got a nice little steam going. So it's nice and ready to go. And we'll just, there's one
finish
for
one
you.
off. Which color would you like?
I'll go for the Chris Kittle mark. The one you have in your hand right there is fine. For this. Now, you don't have to have the Christmas mugs to make it just right. It's just something that we like to do because we've collected them over the years. So it's a little special thing we have. So thanks, Mom. So from my mother and I to you, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, and enjoy your wassail.
Choose.
Choose. That's right, Mom. Choose. Bye in German.